Once upon a time, in a magnificent dollhouse that sat on the edge of a shimmering, rainbow-lit forest, lived three very special sisters. They weren't just any sisters. They were the fairy tale Barbie sisters, and each had a heart full of courage and a sparkle of magic. First, there was Coralie, the eldest. With her long, flowing golden hair and a gown that shimmered like sunlight on water, she was the leader. Her magic was the magic of light. With a wave of her hand, she could create glowing orbs to guide their way and make the darkest paths bright and safe. Next was Liliana, the middle sister. Her hair was the color of rich chocolate, and she wore a dress woven from velvet and starlight. Liliana's magic was the magic of nature.
Oh, little one, what a lovely surprise!
And finally, there was Serafina, the youngest. She had fiery red curls and a spirit to match, dressed in a gown of spun silver that twinkled like laughter. Serafina's magic was the most mysterious, the magic of song.
I can feel the magic as I sing.
But they often gazed at the mysterious whispering woods that bordered their home. It was a place where the trees hummed ancient melodies and the streams sang lullabies. No one had ever ventured deep inside, for it was said that the woods held a great secret. One evening, as the sisters were watching the sunset, a terrible thing happened. The vibrant colors of the rainbow that always arched over their dollhouse began to fade. The pinks, blues, and yellows dulled to a sad, pale gray. The world around them grew quiet and still. The magic was draining away. A tiny, shimmering fairy named Pip landed on Coralie's shoulder, her wings drooping. "The heartstone of the Whispering Woods is fading," she cried. "It's the source of all color and song in our land. If it goes out completely, our world will be silent and gray forever." The sisters looked at each other, their eyes filled with determination. They didn't need to speak. They knew what they had to do. "We will find the heartstone," declared Coralie, her voice steady. "We will save the magic." And so, their adventure began. Holding hands, they stepped into the Whispering Woods. The path was tricky. Thick, thorny vines blocked their way. "I can help," said Liliana. She knelt down and hummed a gentle tune. The vines, hearing her kind magic, rustled and slowly untangled themselves, creating a perfect pathway. A family of rabbits pointed them toward the oldest tree in the forest. Deeper they went, where the light grew dim. Strange, shadowy shapes flitted between the trees, making Serafina shiver. "Don't be afraid," said Coralie. She raised her hands, and a soft, warm light blossomed from her fingertips, pushing back the shadows and revealing that they were just harmless, fluttering moths made of velvet. Soon, they came to a wide, rushing river with no bridge. The water roared, and it looked too deep to cross. Serafina stepped forward. "My turn," she said with a smile. She began to sing a slow, beautiful melody. Her voice was so pure and calming that the wild river slowed its rush. The water grew still and clear, and sparkling stepping stones rose to the surface, leading them safely to the other side. Finally, guided by Coralie's light, Liliana's animal friends, and Serafina's song, they reached the very center of the woods. There, in a silent clearing, stood the Heartstone. But it was not what they expected. It wasn't a giant, glowing crystal. It was a small, ordinary-looking mossy rock, and its light was flickering weakly like the last ember of a fire. And sitting beside it, her head in her hands, was a lonely-looking girl with silvery hair. She wasn't a scary monster. She was just sad. "Who are you?" asked Coralie gently. The girl looked up, her eyes filled with tears. "I am Melody," she whispered, "the guardian of the Heartstone. But I've lost my song. The Heartstone feeds on joy and music, and without it, it's dying. I've been so lonely, I forgot how to sing." Here is the amazing twist. The sisters realized that the problem wasn't a villain to fight or a puzzle to solve. The problem was a broken heart that needed mending. Serafina sat down next to Melody. "You don't have to sing alone," she said softly. Then, she began to hum their favorite sister song. Coralie and Liliana immediately joined in, wrapping their arms around each other and Melody. They didn't use their special, powerful magic. They just sang together, their three voices blending into one beautiful, loving harmony. They sang about sunny days and silly games, and most of all, about the love they had for each other. As they sang, something magical happened. Melody's tears stopped. A small smile touched her lips. And then, tentatively, she added her own voice to the song. It was a little shaky at first, but it was pure and true. The moment their four voices joined as one, the most incredible thing happened. The small, mossy heartstone began to pulse with a soft light. Then, it burst into a brilliant rainbow of colors that shot up into the sky, painting the gray canvas with vibrant hues once more. The trees hummed louder, the streams giggled, and the whole forest came alive with music and light. The magic wasn't restored by a powerful spell, but by friendship and shared love. Melody wasn't a guardian who had failed. She was a friend they never knew they had. The sisters and Melody returned to the dollhouse, not as rescuers, but as a new group of four friends. The rainbow over their home was brighter and more beautiful than ever. And from that day on, the three fairy tale Barbie sisters became the four fairy tale friends. Their greatest adventure taught them that the most unique and powerful magic of all isn't light, or nature, or even song. It is the magic of a kind heart, the joy of including others, and the unbreakable bond of sisterly love that can light up the entire world.
The end.